All right, here we go, yo. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, here we go, yo. Get this thing started. Here's a chair. Okay, got a few of y'all up in here, so we're gonna get to talking. Check this sound. All right, we'll get started at the 3-minute mark. Hold on 1 second while I get situated. All right, yo, here we go. Let's get situated. So, yeah, I started a little bit early. Well, yeah, it's 7 o'clock now. All right, y'all. Marcus Bell, what's going on? 2 Beasts in the building. Here we go, man. Yeah, about 7, 8 of y'all in here. So, like always, you know what to do. Make sure you hit the like button and everything so you get your notifications. But welcome back, y'all. We back with another one. Back with another live stream. And I want to definitely got to do this, man. We got to talk about these strawweights, man. You know, we've been talking flyweight so much. So, you know, I have to point out some of these fights that y'all probably think I've been missing. But, you know, I've been seeing these strawweight fights on the come up, you know. So, you know, I'm always watching. I mean, I just hadn't been talking about them as much because we had some business to tend to over these past couple weeks. You know, Roxy and Casey, that's a big deal. You know, it's a big deal for the division, flyweight division. But we got some good fights coming up in the strawweight division, y'all. So let's see what we got. First off, I want to discuss this Cat and Pam fight. I know y'all saw that. Cat Zingano versus Pam Bam. Pam Bam Sorenson is going down in 4 weeks? March 12th? Just like I said, you know, shout out to Pam Bam. Definitely, you know, she's getting the number 2 contender. You know, she definitely showing you that she's active and she's going for the belt. I mean, you can see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can see the moves. Like, no disrespect to Cat, but I'm just saying, like, you can see the moves some of these contenders are making. Like, they are willing to fight up and they are willing to take on the best competition out there, right? When you look at somebody like Pam, off of that inactivity, she came straight back and started getting in there with some hard fights, right? You know, she went straight for it. You know, Cat Zingano, like I said, she's been in here for about 2 years, and you know, she's been talking about the Chris Cyborg fight, but I haven't really seen her fighting in that direction. I mean, yeah, she's number 2, but who has Cat really fought to get to number 2, right? Hadn't fought any ranked fighters. I know it's kind of off the strength of her name and just being in the UFC. That's how they kind of put her there by, you know, the popularity thing. That's what ranking is, right? You know, the UFC, they admitted that with their rankings. They said this is mostly based off of votes made, you know, by a team working this website and putting these rankings out. That's what it is, right? So the same thing can be said for putting Kat Zingano at number 2 in the Bellator rankings, right? Same thing, you know. So with Kat Zingano at number 2, you would think that at some point throughout the past year that there would have been some type of on the road to Chris Cyborg, you know, some type of path that way or documentary or something they've been putting out, but no. So now we can see why, you know, she's not ready. And this is what I was saying, you know, I'm not saying anybody's ducking. I'm just saying maybe somebody's not ready. And this is proof, right? But this is where I was saying she needed to be in the first place. Like, Kat needs to fight ranked fighters. You know, Kat needs to fight ranked fighters just like everybody else is doing in the division. Everybody from Leah McCourt is. Leah McCourt, she's still far off from fighting Chris, but at least she's taking ranked names. She's fighting Sinead Kavanaugh next. Janae Harding. You know, Pam again. So it's going down now. It's scheduled for, like I said, Saturday, March 12th. So I'm definitely looking to see Kat step her game up here. You know, you got to step her game up. She got to be prepared because, like I said, Pam, she's already on it. You know, this is her what? This is her third fight, right? Let's look at these resumes here, because Pam, after, you know, the long inactivity, about what, 2 years out, she came right back, fought Roberta Samad. You know, that's a good fight for her to get back into the mix. Then she fought a ranked fighter, you know, number 1 contender in Arlene Blenko, and she lost that fight. Now she's right back in there against the number 2, which I'm sure she could have said, I want somebody else, but no, she's taking a name. Any name that can get her closer to the title. So you already know where Pam's mindset is. Like I said, Kat saying this, but the actions are a little bit different. Like, I see the actions in Pam wanting to fight up more so. Right. And let's see, Marcus Bell said her Kat versus Pat was a preliminary. Yeah. I was looking at the schedule here. I thought it might have just been like you know, I was looking at what we call Tapology, right? I was looking at Tapology, and right now they have it as a preliminary. I thought it might have just been like they just threw it up there and they're going to reorganize it later. But no, it's preliminary. I mean, what do you think, man? That's going to be a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, for Kat, I mean, for Pam, it doesn't matter. You know, she's just trying to get in there. But for Kat, I was thinking that she would have tried to play a business move and try to fight on the same card as Chris. Try to get on the main card. You know what I mean? Like, get on the main card with Chris, fight under her, and get it pushed that way. You know? But I guess however the card is coming out, that's how they're going to do it. But for real, I thought Kat would have been some like main card material. I mean, let me see. There's only, at the moment, for this March 12th card, there's only 4 main card fights. So why not go ahead and throw Kat and Pam on there, right? They might as well. And they really have this kind of jacked up. I mean, it says Saturday, March 12th, but then on Tapology it says March 11th. I guess they get used to Bellator being Friday cards, you know, say put March 11th. They're used to them doing Friday night. So one says Friday, but the actual poster says Saturday. So I'm going to go with Saturday. All right. So going into this fight, though, what do you think, man? I think Pam definitely has a good chance. You know, Pam has been the more, I think, she's definitely the more seasoned featherweight, right? Kat's fought how many featherweight fights consistently or in a row? If we go back to the Megan Anderson fight, we can count that. Megan, 2 years off, came back, fought Gary Holloway, Liv Parker. So that's 3 featherweight fights in a row, whereas Pam Bam is, you know, much more consistent in fighting featherweight. I mean, that's her weight now. You know, this is her weight. This is where she needs to be at 35 years old. You know, so of course I think she's more so accustomed to fighting at 145 pounds. Style wise, I know Kat is a mauler. She's physically strong. Her wrestling is world class. But I think that Pam Bam has a chance with her striking. I think Pam's striking is much more technical. I think her kickboxing is sharper. I think she just has to let her hands go a little bit more. I think she was just outmatched in the Arlene Blenko fight. But I think when it comes to somebody like Kat, I think the stand-up favors Pam here, in my opinion. I think Pam's hands are a little bit more technical than Kat, so I like to see her fight more at a range. Maybe in the pocket a little bit, get off and get out. Work Kat's body. Slow her down, take away her legs. Because Kat, she's one of those fighters. Like I said, when she going to get on the inside, she's going to work her knees. And I think Kat's knees are underrated. She doesn't use them enough. But it's her wrestling that I would be worried about. I think that's the one factor that's going to come into play. Her trying to slam Pam and just get this fight to the ground and keeping Pam to her back. Let's see, Pam is about 5'7", 65-inch reach. She's a good size featherweight. Does have an inch height over Kat. Kat has a longer reach though. And you gotta look at the age. Kat's a little bit older. She's 4 years older than Pam. So you gotta factor all this in. I know a lot of people think Kat has a good chance, which she does. But I think Pam, in my opinion, this could be her moment to go in there and spoil this opportunity that Kat's been pushing out. I mean, who do y'all think? Who do y'all got? Who do y'all got early on? Just looking at this fight, I'm just looking at some clips right now of Kat as of recently, in Bellator. And like I said, what she's done with some of these other fighters back in 135 pounds, yeah, that's good work. But then I just look at how Ketlin Vieira was able to handle her at bantamweight. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Kat's been holding that number 2 spot down, but I think Pam has a very, very good chance to win this here. I think the quality of opponents that she's been facing is a little bit better too. Let me see. They both had about the same amount of time off though in between the 2019 frame and 2021. All right, let's see here. Who else we got on this Bellator card? Let me see if there's any other WMMA fights on here for Bellator. 276. Hold on. Diana. What's her name? Diana Saragova versus Ashley Dean. Okay. And yeah, that's about it on this card. I thought Chris was going to be on this card though. Whenever she was saying that, that card was out there, and there was a fight they presented. But I guess she thought she was going to fight Kat on that day. Maybe there wasn't another available slot, and she was just thinking that she was going to actually fight Kat. But Kat said she wasn't ready. And that's why I was saying that's what it really came down to, because you really never heard Kat mention anything about Chris Cyborg being the next fight. Whenever it came down to passing year or month after month, I just kept hearing her saying she wanted to fight, but it was never clear that she wanted Chris right away, right? As soon as it came up, it was like, okay, no, we got to get another fight in first and then try to book this fight in the summertime. I think that's why that whole drug debacle was kind of put out there, just to kind of prolong it. At the same time, just kind of stir the pot, but it didn't really, it didn't really pick any steam up. It just came down to, okay, Zingano just needs another fight, right? But I think, man, my opinion, I think Pam, she's got those tools to go in there and scoop this opportunity up, so she just got to make sure that she's fully ready to execute. Marcus Bell said the only thing you can go off of is the old cat to show up, and I highly doubt that. Yeah, I don't even see that because I didn't really see, we didn't see old cat in her last couple fights, right? So yeah, there's really not much you can go off with her, you know, that could give you real confidence because even though, like I said, even like that, what was that other fight, Gabriel Holloway? It was there was some rough moments in there for Cat. There was. I mean, the Liv Parker fight, she got her out of there quick. But for Holloway, for somebody that was out for 3 years, she gave Cat, she took her the distance. She gave her a rough fight. But yeah, I guess I'm definitely checking that fight out. Definitely gonna see what happens there, man. Let's see. What else? Let's see what other fight we're gonna jump to here real quick. I'm gonna talk this strawweight division here. Like I said, we've been focused on the flyweights a lot, but I've been looking at the calendar. I've been seeing a lot of fights coming up here, for the strawweight division. So I said, okay, they racking up, they staying busy. Let me go ahead and talk about some of these fights. Now, April 30th, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this fight, even though it's further out, because I'm not really overhyped about this fight. But we got Jessica Panay and Luana Pinheiro. This fight here, I'm kind of leaning towards Luana Pinheiro in this one, but you never know. Like Jessica Panay, I think Jessica Panay, her hands and her stand up is a little bit sharper than Pinheiro. Like I said, from Pinheiro's last performance against Sam Hughes, it was Sam Hughes, right? I thought Sam Hughes did enough to win that fight. There was still a lot of holes in her movement and her game, and she seemed to kind of be gassing out in that fight, in my opinion. Luana Pinheiro, I know she's a good inside fighter, with her judoka, her ground game. She's judoka. Her ground game is okay. But when it comes to the stand-up, still developing. I know people argue with me on that, but I said, no, I thought Sam Hughes did enough to win that fight. I'm actually go back and do a round by round for that one. I thought Sam Hughes outstruck her and kind of exposed her a little bit, when she took her into deep waters. Luana Pinheiro started to gas out a little bit. So I think that going into this fight, it's going to be a test. It's a test like for Casey O'Neill versus Roxanne Modafferi. We got to see if she's got enough tools to go in there and take a veteran out and get Jessica Panay. And Jessica Panay, she hadn't looked like the sharpest, because a lot of us felt like Lupe Benitez beat her. I thought Lupe beat her. Then she came back and armbarred Karolina Kowalkiewicz quick, and that's not really like a big accomplishment at this point. I mean, Karolina Kowalkiewicz is on like a 5-fight losing streak. Let me see if I'm right. Yep, 5 fights. Yep, she's on a 5-fight losing streak. So that's not really a big win. So Jessica Panay, right now, she's not really back in my opinion. She's not really back to like this whole full force, like veterans back in the game. So Luana Pinheiro definitely has a chance here. I think Luana Pinheiro, she has power. I think it's just her technique when it comes to throwing her hands and like planting her feet kind of throws her off. So yeah, I can see Jessica Panay winning. I can definitely see Jessica Panay, but I'd like to see Pinheiro win just to kind of weed. Same thing with the strawweights. I want to see them weed out, these old heads. How old is Jessica Panay anyway? Dang, she's 39 too. Yeah, she's that era, man. She's from that old era. So it's time for her to go, right? 39, and then we got Pinheiro coming in at 28, 11 years younger. Gotta let this new generation get in, right? But only if they're proven. Like I said, I don't like dislike Luana Pinheiro. I'm just not really a fan of her style. But you can't always be a fan of every style. But I still would like to see her go in there and, just weed out the old fighters and bring in some new blood. Mark said he's leaning towards Jessica Panay. Like I said, yes, it's kind of a give me. It's definitely a give me because what Jessica Panay possesses in her stand up and her balance, I think that could offset Pinheiro, and her being a black belt in jiu-jitsu, it could expose the recklessness on the ground of Pinheiro. But then I look at Pinheiro and her her ability to land some good right hands, good power shots. She does have some power in those hands, and just her strength, her natural ability. So those are some of the good things that Pinheiro has that could throw Pinay off. But Pinay, I think she has more experience and technique there. So it's going to take more than just like natural ability and athleticism for Pinheiro to win this fight. But we'll see. April 30th. What is she ranked right now? Let me pull up these strawweight rankings here. Like I said, we always focused on flyweights, but got a lot of fights coming up here. Like Andrade and Lemos as well. Then we got Calvillo moving back down to 115. So strawweight starting to show us something again. Well, strawweight's always showed us something. All right, so Pinay, yeah, she's number 13, and Luana Pinheiro is 15. Which the bottom half isn't the strongest in the strawweight division here. Pinheiro 15, Brianna Van Buren at 14. She's still inactive. 13 is Pinay. Angela Hill, she's number 12. That's about where she stays at. That's about her career high of staying. She's kind of seen as that veteran that's kind of holding down the low tier. Probably one of the toughest and most awkward fighters in that low tier. From 11 through 15, she is that tough fighter. Angela Hill is, she's that test you have to pass. And then you got number 11, Verna Jandiroba. So let's go into that fight. Let me see here. So early on, I am kind of looking at Pinheiro because I think her situation might be like Casey O'Neill, where if youth is on her side and the certain tools that she has, that she can go in there and just kind of throw just Pinay off, she could go in there and win. Let's see, May 14th. Let's go further out. May 14th. We got Angela Hill and Verna Jandiroba. Let's see, both fighters, coming off of losses. Both fighters coming off of losses to Amanda's. Both fighters got beat by Amanda's. Let's see, Verna lost to Amanda Ebos. Angela Hill lost to Amanda Lemos in a close fight. So for Verna, hold on, let's see, Dupe said, I'd say Pinay can be gifted a decision against Lupi, who is better than Pinheiro. Then I lean towards Pinay for the win. Yeah, well, I think styles, I'm looking at the styles here. Like I can see that though. I know what you mean, like her, but I think Lupi's approach is what kind of threw those judges off. Like the judges, they didn't know how to. I don't know. They didn't know how to score that control, that clinch control that Lupita Benitez, had. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. I had it 2 rounds to 1 for Lupi Benitez, but maybe if Pinheiro takes more of a, maybe she uses more of her judo approach, and if she's able to land more power shots here, and she stays away from that type of clinch with Pinay, it might go in her favor. But yeah, I'm surprised that they're giving gifts though to a 39-year-old fighter though. You know what I mean? Like pushing up to number 13, and they are pushing hard though. That's weird. But for Verna Jandiroba, this is her chance to get back in there, man. She got to go in there and look good against Angela Hill, because nobody looks good against Angela Hill. Nobody except for Brandon Marcos, Rose, right? The fighters that choked her out in a matter of seconds, matter of minutes. Them are the only fighters that really, really looked superb against Angela Hill. But Verna Jandiroba, she's one of those lower level fighters I've been high on. But she's been kind of I won't say she's been coming up short, because I still think she beat that Mackenzie Dern fight. She just needs that. She just needs that next level. She got to find that ability to adjust in there. Same with the Amanda Ebas fight. I think in the Ebas fight, she got a little too striker happy. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see more inside fighting and more dirty boxing from Virna Jandiroba. I want to see her use that physical strength more, and I want to see her on the ground more. She's been trying to strike a lot lately. That's why she came up short in the Dern fight, the Ebas fight. Whenever she was pull guard and went down to the ground with Kanako Murata, I mean, that's what I wanted to see. Like, she did a little bit of everything in the Murata fight. She was using her stand up. She was putting the pressure on Kanaka. Then, like I said, when she went to the ground, she took over there. But it was like when she fought Ebas, she knew Ebas was just as well rounded. So, like, it was almost like she didn't know which approach to take. So she just stuck with the stand up and just kept trying to land right hands. Granted, she knocked Ebas down and knocked her out. But she really didn't know how to, like, switch levels in that type of fight. Like, she didn't know how to turn it on, turn it off. Like, okay, stand up, ground. Like, I wanted to see a little bit more in there. So going in there with Angela Hill, if she wants to advance, she's got to look superb. I'm not going to lie. She's got to. Because if not, everybody knows, like, when Angela Hill gets to you, she can make you look off and make you kind of second guess yourself. So I really wouldn't even want to see Virna strike. I really wouldn't even want to see her strike with Angela Hill in this fight. We already know whose jiu-jitsu is better. We already know whose ground game is better here. So it's got to be straight up ground here. She's been looking big too, like, as of lately. Virna, how tall is she? She's only 5'3", but I mean, she's been coming in looking kind of wide. Like, even in that Kanako fight and the Ebas fight, she's been looking kind of big. I mean, her and Hill are about the same height, but Virna looks a little bit wider. I mean, Angela Hill's a bit more ripped, but that's where I think it would come into play more for Virna to be the bull in this fight. You can't give Angela Hill real estate. You can't give her range. You can't give her space. Because when you start letting her get into that rhythm, that drunken style, she's in there touching you, just taking rounds. So Virna got to go to the ground in this fight. I'm going to keep it simple. She just got to go to the ground in this fight. For Angela Hill, I think she's kind of riding off that momentum of having everybody on her back. Everybody's had her back on this last one. Everybody thought Angela Hill won that fight against Lemos. I mean, I still think Lemos won, but it's kind of lit a new fire under Angela Hill now. She's definitely feeling confident. But when you go back and look at that fight, man, it's like Angela Hill cannot air punch. She cannot air punch in the fight with Virna. She was taking chances air punching with Lemos. She's just lucky that Lemos was throwing off her game and couldn't plant the big shots. Angela Hill, like, she got the speed. She's got the combinations, but she's throwing a lot of shadow punches and not doing enough, touching. There's not enough flesh on flesh in there. And that's what people were trying to tell me, she outlanded Lemos. I'm like, a lot of punches she's landing is just touching air, So Angela Hill, going into this fight here, she got to pick up with that awkward rhythm again, but she's got to do more. She's got to do more. She's got to be touching more in this fight. She has to do what she did in the Lemos fight, except 10 times better. You can't just continue to think, okay, I can do just enough for 2 rounds and think the judge is going to give it to me. Well, my main thing, like I've said about Hill in the past, is that she needs to become a finisher some way, somehow. Because she's not going to win decisions. She's not going to win close decisions. Let's put it that way. She needs to go back and look at some of these, some of these fights where, she's just kind of throwing combinations off balance. She needs to go back and see how she can plant them feet, and land some good hard power shots. I mean, this girl got guns and muscles, but everybody knows muscles don't translate to power. But she's got to turn into a finishing artist. Like I don't think she'll become a submission artist, but she's got to she's got to do something to convince these judges. TJ said we all know Verna's gonna go to the ground this time. Does Angela Hill have what it takes to beat Verna there? Hill sure won't win a decision. Does Hill have what it takes to beat Verna on the ground? No. That's why I just said like Verna gotta go straight to the ground with it. Maybe if Lemos had been a little more confident in her ground game and not been hunting for a knockout, maybe she should have did that. Maybe Lemos should have said, look, I gotta take this thing to the ground. Just maul until you can get to that top position and transition to an armbar, rear naked choke. I don't think. Yeah, I really don't know, man. Like maybe he was working on just takedown defense to scramble back up, but I don't know, man. I think Verna just wins it all the way on the ground. And you probably will see Verna go to the ground in this fight because it's not going to be like the Dern fight where, Dern's jiu-jitsu is just as good or maybe even better, so you won't even see that type of respect where she's going to strike with like Angela Hill. Maybe she will on and off, but she's going to be looking for takedowns here, I think. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Hill, she's not going to win a decision here, man. Especially if it does spend, minute after minute on the ground. I don't see it. But, Angela Hill at 13-11, I like to see her go in there and get a solid finish on her feet. You know what I mean? Like, she's a Muay Thai fighter. Haven't seen her score a head kick knockout yet. Or even like a good spinning back fist knockout, flying crane kick or something. Like how many finishes does Angela Hill have in the UFC? Well, she got more than Grasso and Chikagan, I think. Let me see. She beat them both at one. No, wait. She got two. She got at least two finishes. She got two more than Chikagan and Grasso. Hey, how about that? Even Angela Hill got some finishes. Not the hardest puncher, but she actually got a couple finishes on her resume. Look at that. And what's crazy is Grasso, to me, has more pop. But I think it's just the fact that she holds back a lot. Let me see here. I want to make sure I'm looking at it right. Yep. She got two in a row. She had Hannah Cyphers and Ariane Carnellosi. Yeah. Let me see. Has she been finished more? Let me see. Courtney, Randall Marcos finishing, Rose finishing. So she's, yeah. Those are finished losses. Yeah, so she got more than them, But she's got to go in there and finish, y'all. She got to go in there and finish. She's got to go in there. Yeah, Hill. Ernest. Yeah, she finished Cyprus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one thing about Angela Hill she's got to do, man. She's got to be a finishing. She's got to be a knockout artist now. That's the only way I can describe what she needs to do now. Let's see. What else? Who else we got on this list? Tabitha Ricci, Poliana Viana. I almost said Poliana Mateo. Hold on. All right, y'all. So Poliana Viana, Tabitha Ricci. This is where Tabitha Ricci needs to be. Y'all remember her debut? You remember her UFC debut? She got crushed by the Beast because she had no business at 125. Tabitha Ricci, in my opinion, when I first saw her in LFA, I was like, yeah, this girl's got something. Just got to move right. Just got to move right. She was 5-0. She was 5-0. I want to say early 2021. I covered one of her fights. And that's crazy because I was just covering one of her LFA fights. And I was like, man, this girl's got something. She's working on her striking. She's in there submitting people. She's got the black belt in jiu-jitsu at an early age. She's only like 20, was she 25 last year? Yeah, 25. And, she's got a black belt working on her hands. I was like, yeah, when this girl go to 115, she going to be something. A couple more LFA fights. I want to see her fight Love Young for the belt, right? I just wanted to see her maybe, get that fight. And I probably, I think Love would have beat her. But, that would have been nice of her to stay a little bit longer at LFA and grow. Next thing you know, 2 months later, she signs to the UFC to take on not even a small flyweight, not even, Jillian Robertson, one of the smaller flyweights. I mean, she signed to take on 5'7", broad shoulders, could be a bantamweight, the beast Manon Firo. I was like, come on, Tabitha. Oh, come on. I mean, come on. Like, and this is another video, but I'm just like, sometimes these fighters have to think, man, like an opportunity is there. Yeah. Like, yeah, sometimes you have to take an opportunity, but do you always have to take it like when it's just thrown at you just like that? Like with Tabitha Ricci, they say you want a UFC contract. Only thing is you got to fight this big flyweight named Manon Firo. Like, should you say yes or no? I'll be like, nah. I'll be like, I'm a strawweight. I might call me on the next one. Like, call me when you have another like a strawweight opening. But no, I'm not gonna fight out of my weight class. Like, say, you see that sometimes in boxing, early on in your career, but you have to think, man, that a lot comes with that. Yeah, you get the opportunity, but you also get a beat down. You're almost guaranteed a beat down because I don't think anybody felt Tabitha Ricci was gonna beat Manon Firo. I mean, who thought she did? Who thought she was? I don't think anybody did, right? But I just had to go on a rant with that because I think she still has something, but I just think that fight maybe took a little something out of her because she did take a beating against Manon. But she's back on track. She did get a win over what's her name? Maria Oliveira. She came right back in 2021 and fought, to kind of erase that fight from my memories. The Maria Oliveira fight, Maria's a veteran, but she didn't really, she didn't really bring too much heat. It was kind of more of a, it was a fight where you pick up right where Tabitha Ricci left off. That should have been Tabitha Ricci's debut against Maria Oliveira, basically. It was an easy touch, soft touch into the UFC, right? But now, Tabitha's stepping up her game against Poliana Viana. Now, Poliana, UFC veteran, but, I don't see this being like a difficult fight. Like, this ain't that it's not going to be that hard. Marcus said he has Poliana in this fight. Stamina, what's going on? I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of going back and look at Poliana's resume and her little 3-fight losing streak. I mean, she lost to Hannah Cypress, man. She lost to JJ Aldrich. Those strikers. She lost to some good strikers, and then she lost to Macedo. Everybody knows Macedo. She's kind of went on to lose some of the more, I would say second tier, third tier fighters. Same with Hannah Cyphers. Her best fights are Emily Whitmire and Mallory Martin. So I think this is a good chance for Tabitha Ricci to go in there and just get that get that momentum going now. She could really make a big statement. I think Tabitha Ricci has a chance. I think she has a good chance, Marcus. Let me get rid of this bot. That's why I keep staring at here. Hold on. I'm sick of these things, man. Did somebody already block that? I don't know because I'm trying to block this thing. Hold on. Damn. Oh, okay, Marcus already got it. Appreciate it. I was about to, because it still shows up on my StreamYard. So, okay, there we go. Yeah, it's gone. All right. Yeah, Poliana Viana, her last fight. Let's see. Where's she at? Where's she at? Her last fight was over a year ago. It was Mallory Martin. Yeah, she kind of been down to one fight a year as well. So it's not that big. I'd say it's a solid test, but it's not too big a test where I don't see Tabitha Ricci not having a chance, especially Tabitha Ricci's ground game. I think she's a very strong grappler. She's very strong. Like if you go look at some of her fights, I think the one thing about it she just needs to work on is the hands, And I think if she gets her basic fundamentals down of her striking, she could be, I'd say, considered one of the potential threats on that lower half. She could definitely catch up with those like fighters like Lupe Benitez and so on. You know, just don't take any more flyweight fights. But Poliana Viana, I still need to see more from her. I know she's good on the ground. She has, her submission. She her ability to go in there and submit you real quick. She has a lot of finishes early in her career. She's good at the arm bar. She's fluid on the ground. But I think Tabitha Ricci, I would have to favor her. I think I favor her right now. I'm just looking at her. I'm looking at some clips now. I'm looking at the pressure she can apply, just how she throws her shots. She's starting to put it together. When she's on the ground, she's really good. Very big threat. TJ said it's a good test for Ricci. It'll be very telling as to her level, unlike beating a near blind 40-year-old fighter on their way out the sport. Which one? Oh, you mean who? Oh, I thought you meant somebody Ricci fought. I know what you're talking about. He on it, boy. He on it. we talked about that Sunday though. I mean, we can talk about it though. No, we ain't gonna talk about it anymore. Well, now that you bring it up, we'll save that. We'll save it. We'll save some Casey O'Neill talk for the end of the show. We'll save that because there's some more stuff she just said at this recent interview today on MMA Hour, but we'll save that. So Poliana Viana, I'm just looking at a couple clips here now. Like she's good on the ground, but I just think that from what I'm seeing from Tabitha Ricci, even at a lower level, she has some good positions. Very good. Oh wow. Yeah, she gets this win. Yeah, this will definitely tell us her level though, TJ. Hang on here. Ooh, she's only 5'1" though. That's the thing, She's gonna have to. She's got to make up for that height, by getting on the inside. Let's see here. Brian Williams said all is well. Mark Ross said, I like Ricci's aggressiveness. That's what stood out early to me from her. Yeah. Yeah, I like her aggression too, man. Like, I was looking at a couple clips right now. And as a matter of fact, let me pull up this fight here with Tabitha Ricci. I mean, she looked the way she was supposed to look against Manone. That's why I'm not even going to think about that fight as to what it's going to look like against Poliana Viana. But I'm looking at this fight here, LFA, about a year ago. She has good stance, good approach. Even the way she pumps her jab out, it's not bad. And her right hand ain't bad. It's not bad. She has been working on it. She can fight off the back foot. When she gets that body lock and she gets you down, she's very strong. I'm just looking here, like in this half guard position with Vanessa Grimes. Good head control. So if it goes to the ground, I think it's gonna be very competitive. But I think that she's a little bit. I think she's a little bit stronger and faster than Poliana Viana. Very, very aggressive. Like I'm watching her transition from side control to full mount. Now I know we looking at level of opponent, and boom, look how she goes in for this arm bar. So it might be close on the ground, man. It might be very close. Like Poliana Viana, she can submit you pretty quick. So it's all going to come down to who can capitalize off whoever's mistake. Like Ricci went in there and got it done. And I mean, one round, I'm just looking at this fight here, man. She's quick, man. I got to see Ricci go in here and, do work, man. Like that's what we need to see. Like Ricci's got to go in there and start submitting and looking the part and just staying at 115. Stop. That's what I'm saying. These strawweights, stop taking these fights that you don't need to be, these weights you don't need to be at. Don't go up to 125. Let's see. Organically Power Life. What's going on? He said I'm a bit late to the stream. Have you addressed the judge reffing issues in one, especially the Yamaguchi Razduan controversy? I'm actually going to talk about that tomorrow. Organically, because I just watched the fights and I kind of want to get it in my head. Like I just watched the fights last night. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. And I mean, the judging in the UFC, judging in combat sports, period, is a problem, though, man. It's a big problem. I mean, you got a bunch of incompetents that just don't know the sport, that only base it off of what they think. Like, it's hard. Like I can't get in the mind of an incompetent somebody that incompetent. Like for me, trying to think about it makes my head about to bust because like I know what I'm looking for, and I think I know what's a significant strike and what takedown you should score high, or like how you should score somebody defending the takedown. Like they have their rules on how it goes down the list of how you rate it, but it's like I don't know. Like even when I look at the Roxanne and Casey O'Neill fighters of recent, then when I look at Miranda versus Macy, I'm like, I don't know what they were looking for. But this Yamaguchi fight and Razduan, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Brian Williams said Ricci reminds me of Loopy. I don't know. I think Ricci is better. I think Ricci is a little bit better on the ground as a with her jiu-jitsu. I just see a different style there. Like Loopy, I think, is a little bit sharper with boxing. Like I would love to see that fight when they were in LFA together. But hell, the fight can happen now. The fight can definitely happen now. If Tabitha Ricci goes in there and submits Poliana Viana. Sorry, I'm just watching more clips here. Yeah, man, I'm riding with Ricci definitely in this fight, man. I want to see Ricci go in there and destroy. Look how quick she is, man. Like the more and more she works on her hands. See, this is what you got to do. Like if you're a grappler, you still need decent hands like this. Like she's got a good jab and she can punch off the back foot and she can switch levels just like that. She can dip under and then get a body lock and take you down. Like I said, I know this is LFA competition, but I'm leaning towards Poliana in this fight. I mean, I'm leaning towards Tabitha Ricci. I don't think Poliana dealt with anybody of this caliber in a while. which she hasn't. It's been over a year. I mean, her last win was Mallory Martin, right? I think Tabitha Ricci is a little bit more. I think she's a little bit more motivated than Mallory Martin is, if that makes sense. Look at this. Look at this. Poliana Viano. I'm just looking at her hands here. Let's see. Footwork looks a little bit off. Hands down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Ricci in this fight. Sorry, I'm spending a long time on this one, but I'm just looking at this new blood. I'm ready for them to get up. I'm ready for these fighters to get up, man. I'm ready for some new blood in here. Uh-oh. TJ said Zingano versus Sorenson. I just noticed this. That's a duck, but I get why she ducked. Still time to retire. Dang. Well, you heard it there. I didn't say it. You know, that's the thing, TJ. Like, that's all I wanted to hear. Like, I wanted to hear from Kat. Like she had said a little while back. She said, you know, we're going to do this. We're going to get this one other fight. And then we'll fight Chris in the summertime. Like, don't lie on Chris. Like I said, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I don't think that Chris was popping in this situation. I think that was just kind of a, you know, they just want to kind of throw you off. I don't know, man. That was crazy, but this is what she needed anyway. But I think I'm going with Pam in this fight. Not just saying that because I'm a fan, but I'm good with Pam. Pam is the more consistent featherweight. She's been fighting the more experienced fighters in this division. I'm gonna go with Pam here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pam. As long as Pam don't get into the clinch here with into a wrestling match with Kat, I think she can outstrike. She can outstrike Kat, and if it does go down to the ground, I think Pam's jiu-jitsu can get her out of there. It can save her, possibly submit Kat. Now you think I'm talking crazy, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Mark, you said, I was just reminded that Tisha fought Andrade, Joanna, Whaley, and Marina back to back in straight succession. Damn, talk about a murder row. Oh yeah, I talk about that all the time. I talk about that all the time. Like Tisha's one of my toughest strawweights. You know, she's on my list. Like I got a video coming on her because I'm like, you got to give this girl credit. She's fought some of the toughest back to back. I'm like, yo, and none of them could finish her. You know, that's why you can't cut Tisha going on a 4-fight losing streak to them fighters, because she still gave them good fights. You know, she gave them good, tough fights. She still looked pretty decent in the Andrade fight. You know, Andrade couldn't even destroy her. You know, she would fall into a groove of getting outgunned in those fights and maybe outclassed a little bit, but she held her own with Zhang Weili till the last round. But you know, she definitely one of the toughest. Tisha's tough. Angela Hill, one of the toughest. Well, I'll go through it in the video, but yeah. I already knew who she was in there with in all them fights. That's why I was like, nah, I can't ever say Tisha lost anything or was done. Robot Chicken said, I think Belbita is a trap pick. Handling Goldie almost finished her. I'm going to go with, let me see, Belbita. Who is she fighting again? That's another one. Yeah, I got to talk about that. Organically Powered Life said it has been mentioned that Bellator wants this fight for Kat in order to justify the fight against the divisional champion and to try to drum up attention for the eventual Kat Cyborg showdown. Yeah, they should move it up to a main card, though. You know, they should move it up to the main, because right now it's a preliminary. They should have been fighting on the same card, in my opinion. BJ, what's going on? BJ announced. He said Kat isn't going to engage on the feet. Exactly. That's why Pam needs to. That's why Pam Bam needs to. She ain't gonna want to engage, so Pam got to be the bullfighter. You know, Cat want to go rushing in, boom, catch her with a knee or pump them jabs out. You need work, you know. You got to work Cat. You know, you got to outwork Cat, you know, put them hands on her. Don't even clinch. Like if Cat engages on the feet, it's going to be rough and ugly in the inside. That's what it's going to be. So you got to avoid that. You got to avoid being on the ground with her. But if you take it to the ground, it's got to be in your control. Like I said, after you wear her down for so many minutes of a round, and she wants to go down there, you take her down there. If she takes you down, you know, we got to work off your back and look for those openings to submit her, because she can get reckless on the ground. Cat gets reckless on the ground at times. But yeah, Cat definitely has a chance to ragdoll. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Cat can get in there and lock up. But let's see. Age might play a factor, you know. TJ said that talk about Cyborg popping with no support for these comments. That's the kind of BS I've always disliked about Cat. Yeah, you know, at the time, unless you guys actually got a sample, you know, then we can talk. Robot Chickens, what's up? He said Myra winning Silver's book. Yep. Wmma, right? Taking on Wmma. Myra better show up, man. Myra been coming up short. Yeah. I don't know. BJ said love Pan, but she gets easily ragdolled and smothered. I don't know about that. Like, are we still talking about 135 Cat, or are we talking about 145? Like, did she ragdoll Gabrielle Holloway? I can't remember. Like, I know Holloway gave her a good fight, but she couldn't really ragdoll somebody that big. You know, she hadn't really been like a career featherweight. Couldn't ragdoll Caitlin Veria, could she? I gotta go back and look at some of these fights. I want to see these ragdoll moments, but I don't know if she can ragdoll, you know, good size featherweight like Pam. Especially, you know, this ain't like drills. This ain't like training. You know what I mean? Like, can she go in there and ragdoll when somebody's tagging you with a jab, you know, and hitting you upside the head with that right hand? Yeah, Felicia's different. Felicia's, you know, Felicia's that featherweight. She's not Cat. You know what I mean? Like, she's not Cat. Like, Felicia does that. That's her game. And even then, Pam had some good moments in that fight. Yes, she lost, but there was some good moments. But, you know, that's Felicia. I gotta watch that Holloway fight again, though, man. I don't know if she got like demolished. We got some clips of that. Oh yeah, let's see. Early on, yeah, I'm looking at Ricci versus Poliana. Let's jump to this last fight here. Tisha and Mackenzie Dern. Tisha versus Mackenzie Dern. I'm ready to see, man. I'm ready to see some questions answered about Mackenzie Dern here, man. Like, I know that last performance wasn't it, but I think this fight here is going to tell us if she's ever going to be a world beater. Can she? Tisha Torres taking on Mackenzie Dern, April 9th. Yeah. This is probably the one I'm really looking forward to next to Lemos and Andrade. But Tisha, she's bounced back after that four fight losing streak. Got 3 fights in a row. That's just what she needed. Get that confidence back up. She's been working on her skills. Like I said, her strike is becoming a little bit more offensive and not just, quick hits. And now, she's definitely been putting it together, man. She's trying to look to finish more, I think. She's trying to put a little bit more pop on her shots. Tisha's been competing in that, she's been doing that amateur bodybuilding a little bit, like fitness modeling, so she's always physically fit. But yeah, going back to Mackenzie Dern. This is a question, man, for Mackenzie Dern, man. Like, this fight's going to answer that question. Is she a world beater? Can she get to that point and look like that? Can she go in there and be the first to stop Tisha Torres or submit her? I mean, if it go to the ground, yeah, well, then we got a good chance, right? But can she get Tisha to the ground? Tisha's solid, strong. Tisha's wrestling is better than Mackenzie Dern, right? Now, Dern's jiu-jitsu is better, but I think Tisha Torres' wrestling is a hell of a lot better than Mackenzie Dern's. You know, her footwork is a lot better. Her balance is better. Tisha's faster. A little bit smarter. Dang, I think Tisha gonna win this fight while I'm talking. But you never know. You never know, man. Dern, like I said, she's young. She's working behind the scenes, trying to get that striking up. Now, her strike has been good for the level it's on. For the certain fighters that she's fighting. But like I told y'all, a lot of people thought Dern was going to hold her own with her striking against Marina. But I was like, you know not. You know that ain't going to happen. And y'all saw what happened. She got picked apart. Had one good round. Other 5 rounds, she got picked apart. So for Dern, she's got to bridge that gap I've been talking about. Like Dern, let me see. Organic said Dern should have a massive size and physical advantage, but Torres will likely be in her face and ready to bang the entire fight. If Dern ain't ready for the pressure, she could be exposed. Yeah, I think let me see it. 5'4", and how tall is Tisha? Like 5'1". Yeah, she's 5'1". Yeah, she has a physical size advantage, but I don't think that's gonna be a problem for Tisha. You know, I think Tisha, did well in some of her wrestling moments with Zhang Weili and Andrade. I think Tisha could go in here and still be the stronger fighter. Yeah, size wise, Dern might be a little bigger, but I don't know if Dern really knows how to use that size to her advantage. Maybe on the ground, but even standing, I think Tisha, can control a lot of them takedown attempts. Even if her back was to the fence, I think Tisha getting underhooks, she could turn Dern a lot in this fight. We also got to talk about gas tank here. Tisha has a better gas tank than Dern, I think. I think Dern kind of gassed herself out in that Rodriguez fight, throwing in wild winging shots. She still got to break them habits of closing her eyes and looking down when she's throwing shots. So a lot of the stuff I'm mentioning is actually answering that question. Like, you can't be a world beater if you punching with your eyes closed or throwing wild, or striking off balance like she has been in the Rodriguez fight. So there had to be a lot of cleanup between the Rodriguez fight and leading up till now. I could see her reverting back to her old self in that Rodriguez fight, where a couple times she would throw a good jab, but then she would just try to run in and start swinging wild, and Rodriguez would just turn. So I could very well see somebody like Tisha Torres doing the same thing. Maybe she's a little shorter, but still, she could still turn her. Throw her combinations, her body kicks. Torres throwing them body kicks now a little bit more aggressively. I mean, I really can't help. I can't help it, man. I'm leaning towards Tisha early on, just off of the quality of opponents she's faced, and just because of her durability. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Tisha's always a smaller fighter, but yeah, she's never really overpowered. The only time she was overpowered was like in the 3rd round against Zhang Weili. Like, that's where Zhang Weili got her down and started grinding her elbows in her face. But even then, Tisha held her own. I think I did a post fight on that video a while back. And I think I got a lot of hate for saying Tisha did well in the Zhang Weili fight, but people were mad. All right, Organic. He said break is over on this thing. I have to get back to it. He said, good stream. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, you take care, man. Yeah, but yeah, Tisha, she's always been that grounded fighter, like, solid on her feet, that she has that, like, low center of gravity, like Andrade, where she's easy to she finds it easy to just turn these bigger fighters and control them, because she's already so low to the ground and she can keep her balance. So even though Dern is the bigger, longer fighter, I don't think she really knows how to use that stuff to her, uh, those strengths, or if you consider them strengths, I don't. In her case, they're not. If she doesn't know how to use them, she doesn't know how to use them like a Marina or Joanna. Joanna, Marina, they pumping long, straight punches out, good front push kicks to the body. Those longer fighters, they know how to do that. But Dern, her approach is more so wanting to just pressure in, head down, overhand right, punch her way in, try to get you to the ground. So if Tisha gets in the pocket, knows how to avoid them wild shots, and can keep it standing, it's going to be her all day. It's going to be her all day. And this is what Tisha needs right now to get back into her mix. I mean, let me go back to my rankings. Let's pull up our rankings here. Tisha Torres. She's been pushing her way up. What I want to see is Tisha versus Amanda Ebos. Yeah, Tisha's number 7 right now. She's taking on number 5, Dern. So yeah, she beats her. She get back into the mix here. Number 7 take on Dern. Eventually, she might have to fight Carla in a rematch, or Zhang Weili in a rematch to get that title shot. Well, she'll get in the line behind all these other fighters like Andrade and Lemos, probably. You know what I mean? So, it's a possibility though. But that's where it gets rough for Tisha. Like if Tisha beats Dern, the names ahead of her that she could beat are like Jana and Carla. Even Carla would be tough for her, but I think style wise it can always kind of go either way. Marina's a tough fight. It's just the style. Zhang Weili, even Zhang Weili, that could be a even fight for Tisha, depending on how much she's improved. So yeah, looking ahead, I mean, possibilities are there for Tisha to get back into that mix of possibly getting a title shot. And then when she get back to Rose, it's like, man, she's seen this 2 times before. Like I always say, beat Rose 2 times before. You know what I mean? So just got to get by Dern, and I think Dern is the style for her to go in there and really look good. I'm just saying. I am say, who are you taking leading towards with Hill and Verna? I'm looking at Verna right now. Yeah, I'm looking at Verna right now. I'm not sure, but I'm looking at Verna. That'll make her top 15. Yeah, yep. She'll be 5. She'll be number 5. Yeah. She believes in that knockout power. She over believes it. She just don't understand the technique. Like, she just don't understand she needs to work on that technique. Like, boom, you knock down one fighter, or knock down 2 fighters, okay. But when you start moving up and everybody starts ducking your punches, I'm like, okay, like that just means you gotta get your technique right. But shout out to Jason Perillo. I mean, he has done some improvements for her. Her left hook looks good, But I think it's just her. Like, he's giving her the basics and the technique all day long. He's very good. Like, it's just on her to soak it in and not resort to her old ways. But yeah, she she does believe in that right hand to the point where she thinks she can just launch it. It's not like we look at Rose when she throws a right hand. It's more second nature with her because she's worked on it time and time again and perfected it. Even her left hook. or like even JoJo, her front kick to the face, like she can flick it out anytime because she knows it's gonna land. You know, the measuring of it is just off of instinct now. Like Dern, then you can throw that right hand bomb anytime from out of range. It's like, no, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know. AM said improvements can also be masked behind the caliber of opponents. Not saying Tisha hasn't improved. Oh yeah, definitely. Like we know her 3-fight win streak is not the same as her 3-fight losing streak, right? But she's actually taking them chances. But I think overall in this fight here, I think Tisha's improvements aren't even what we really need to be looking at as far as how to win. I think Tisha just has natural. I think Tisha just has the experience. And even before the 4-fight losing streak, Tisha already had what it takes to beat Mackenzie Dern. That's how I look at it. Right? Like, I think the motivation is one of the improvements I'm looking at. Like, not even the physical things, but what you see in Tisha, even like off of let's say this was her first fight off of that 4-fight losing streak, I still think she would have won. You know, I just think she has that many tools. Like the tools I'm naming aren't even, the tools I'm naming aren't even some of the new things I'm seeing. Like I could cut some of that stuff out and say, no, Tisha still has the speed, the strength, the better wrestling, the better IQ. All of that is enough to beat Dern, in my opinion. Better balance, all of that. Oh, better gas tank. You never really see her gas out. AM says she always gets from people with great BJJ. Who ABC? Or who are we talking about? Who always gets subbed? BJ said how Aaron get that 15 spot over Montana though. I'll tell you how. We ain't even gonna argue that. Somebody trying to fish out the bait stamina. Stamina done broke it down to you. Somebody got fewer losses. Simple as that. I mean, we could draw it out, but I don't, we ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta do that, man. Yeah, we already know. We already know. just look, you just hope and pray that Montana gets her win over Macy Barber in the coming months. Okay. You just hope she get that win and then she'll be in the top 15. And then the question is there, can she keep it in the top 15? Like as the opponents get tougher, can she stay there? All right. Don't worry about Aaron's 15 spot. She earned that. I mean, it could have been between her and Gatto. I mean, I was leaning towards Gatto a little bit, but yeah, between her and either one of them. But Montana wasn't even in the talking over there. Okay. No. Oh, MMA art saying Mackenzie needs one takedown only to beat Tisha. Her jiu-jitsu is no joke, but her takedowns are not that good. Her takedowns ain't that good and wrestling ain't that good. And if she needs only one takedown to beat Tisha, that should make it even easier for Tisha. Don't give her any takedowns, right? If she needs only one take, but you know what? She had that one takedown chance, Marina Rodriguez, and wasted it. So yeah, like that's sad if you only need one takedown because it can be a gift and a curse. Because if you don't capitalize off of it, you ain't getting it anymore. That's it. Okay, yeah, AM was talking about Angela Hill. Yeah, Angela Hill does get submitted by people with great BJJ. Yeah. Well, yeah, the 2 times it happened. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, because she got Marina down. Yeah, it looked scary, but Marina showed you how to survive, and boom, when she got back to her feet, no more takedowns came. Fight was pretty much won. Mark Robinson said, it feels a bit weird to me that Dern is number 5 and Ebos is number 9. I guess that TKO to Marina really pushed Ebos back. The Ebos win over Dern was legit. Yeah, Ebos's win over Dern was legit. That was a schooling, it was a wake up call. That is weird though, how Ebos is 9 and Dern is number 5. Yeah. Let's see. Mackenzie Dern, Ebos, they both beat Verna Jandiroba. What else happened here? Let's see. She had beat Paige, lost to Marina, and she beat Verna. Well, how high was she in the rankings before that? Because I mean, she hadn't really beat any big names. But then again, yeah, 2 years ago, if she beat Dern, like how did Dern elevate over her? Because she beat Dern back in 2019. Then she beat Marcos, Page, and then she lost to Rodriguez. And who was Dern fighting in the meantime after that loss? Can't remember. Hold on. Let me see. Mackenzie Dern after that loss, 2019. She also fought. Well, she fought Cyphers in 2020. And then she fought Marcos. And then she beat Verna Jandiroba, whereas Ebos lost to Marina. Got knocked down the scale. I don't know if Mackenzie Dern's wins were enough to give her a number 5 spot or even get her over Ebos, though. I mean, they were fighting the same kind of quality of opponents. They both fought Miranda. Then they both fought, Paige and Hannah Cyphers. Then she fought Jandiroba and won. And then she fought Rodriguez and lost. I don't know. It's weird. I don't even want to try to figure that out. I do not want to figure that out right now. What are y'all talking about? I was just trying to do that math. Rankings is BS. MMR said, yeah, Mackenzie lost to Ebos because she came way back. A rematch would be different. I believe a man that has no chin. I don't know if it'll be too different. If a man that's always had that chin, though, in my opinion, that chinny chin. And if she knows how to avoid that right, uses a good jab, I don't know. I would still favor Ebos. Dern has to show me something different in this Torres fight before I say she beats Ebos in a rematch. BJ said Montana done leagues more than Aaron. Oh boy. Do you mean that, BJ? Because we can go down that road. I mean, you want to go down that road? She done leagues more. You don't want to go down that road. You don't want to go down that road. Let's see, Dern earned her ranking by beating Nina. Yeah, that was the next fight on that list. Let me see. Yeah, she earned her ranking by me. Yeah, because once you stop at the Jandiroba fight, okay, Jandiroba was a lower level fighter, but then they gave her the number 7 at the time, right? They gave her Azarov, right? Azarov is higher than anybody else Ebos was fighting at the time after she lost. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Sometimes people just take different paths. So I'm not gonna argue it. Dern's in there. Dern's there. And of course, whenever people leave the division, she gets pushed up. So yeah. I'm not really gonna argue that one. Let's see here. Dern literally has 0 stand up. I think Ebos would beat her the same way she did the first time. I can't say she doesn't she doesn't have 0 stand up. 0 stand up is like I like Jillian Robertson. She's good on the ground. And she don't even have 0 stand up. No, I can't say that. I think Mackenzie Dern's stand up is a little bit better than Jillian Robertson. Zero? No. Can't say she doesn't have zero. Now, if you said she had like issues with her wrestling, I could see that. Robot said Dern's striking is bad. It's improving. I ain't gonna say it's like awful. I prefer you say bad than none. Because to me, say none, that means you scared to even try. At least we working with something if it's bad. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, somewhere around there. 6 or 7. Yeah, I knew it was something up there. Yeah, but it makes sense. It makes sense. What else? Oh, hold on. I'm a little slow down these comments here. Nina did not beat Claudia. Nina had friendly judges. Oh boy. She retired now, so you don't have to defend her anymore. Ulysses, what's up? He said Nina got that Rose Namajunas treatment from the judges. He said Nina got that Rose for the judges. Oh, BJ talking about Link, man. I'm about to roll out here in a minute, man. I'm about to get some food. But you know what it is, BJ. I ain't got to explain that to you. I mean, like I said, this is strawweight talk tonight. So we look. I mean, hold on. He said, and who said Aaron Blanchfield is owning Montana? I think she beating her at this point. BJ Selma smoke ducker, y'all. BJ, you know, look, I'm just not a bait taker tonight. I am not a bait taker tonight. Because you know, right now, Aaron Blanchfield is on a better path right now. Do I got to pull up Montana's resume again for you, man? I got to pull up her resume again, don't I? I got to pull up Montana's resume again and tell you, like, why. This is her third chance at a top 10 fighter. I mean, look, everybody knows. I think there's only one person that don't know. It seems like you can't say anything about bad about Miranda because Miranda's only has 2 losses right now. One is questionable. Like her path is still yet to be determined. Like Montana's, we've already seen where it's going. Do I got to go through this resume again? You know, I like doing it though. I like doing it. All right, we're gonna go all the way back to her first fight. All right, 2019, we're gonna go to Montana Del Rosa beat Nadia Kasim. Okay, soon as she beat her, she got a chance at Andrea Lee. Lost. Beat Mara Barella in her next fight. They gave her another top 15 fighter. Viviane Araujo. Lost. Next, couldn't beat Myra Buena Silva. Right? To a draw. All right. Back in the winning circle after almost a year away. Ariane Lipsky. Beat Ariane Lipsky, right? So she's getting top 10 opponents or top 15 opponents after every low rank win, where fighters like Aaron Blanchfield and Miranda, they're getting tough fights. You know, they're getting tough fights. Like Miranda, they were feeding her fights. I mean, the Joe Jewell fight, okay, that was a good one. That was a good win into the UFC. Gave her Jillian Robertson, gave her Macy Barber, took away the win from her, then gave her Aaron Blanchfield next. I was like, they giving her tough fights. You know, they were giving her tough fights. See, Montana is getting these fights here, you know, these unranked fights, but then they'll give her a 15, like Andrea Lee and Viviane Araujo, and then she'll come up short. So she is getting good treatment. I know BJ want to tell me she ain't getting good treatment. She ain't getting the top 15. She lost it to. She about to get another top 15 this next fight. And she better win. Like I said, I favor Montana to beat Macy, but my thing is like, you can't go in here and say, no, BJ. I said she got easy fights. I didn't say Andrea Lee and Arujo were easy fights. I said she lost to the tough fights. Don't twist my words now. I broke this down to you before. I said she wins them easy fights, but then she loses to them top 15 fights. I said she loses to those top 15 fights in Andrea Lee and Arujo. Let me try to twist my word. Oh, he want a link, man. Somebody, should I give him a link? Should I give him a link? Because we go. Do I got to break this science down to you again? Now, you know Erin Blanchfield is on a better path right now. Erin is on a better path right now. She deserves to be top 15. Because you got to remember, Miranda was just in the top 15 before she lost to Macy Barber. So that put her right maybe at whatever 16, 17 is. So Erin comes in, beats Alpar and beats her. So boom, she gets 15. And then that knocks out okay. Hey, look. Brian said not to talk about Montana. Okay. He said we ain't talking about Montana tonight. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he trying to bait me. He trying to bait me. Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked y'all. That's why I said yes or no. I mean, you can save it for another night. I mean, I'm just chilling tonight anyways, but I'm just saying, okay, the no's have it. I mean, I just need to know, like, I just need to know, like, why are we trying to downplay Erin her 15 spot? Like, Melissa Gatto should get the 15 spot over Montana right now. Oh, TJ said Casey O'Neill has since said that she misspoke. She meant to say she likes her chances against Valentina in 40 years. Damn. Oh man. I saw it. I saw 28. Yeah, she said 28. I mean, she giving herself 4 years, but I'm like, that's why you need to keep the champion's name out of your mouth. Because 4 years is still 4 years is a good chunk of time. Anything happened in 4 years, but she said 28. Okay. All right. You know. I told you the more you move up the ladder, tones will change. Reality starts to set in. The closer you get to D-Day, your tone will change. It's either going to become more aggressive or it's going to become a little bit more docile. BJ said we are talking about Maverick's potential and it's low at the moment. No, Maverick still got it. Her potential ain't low. Because she still got the skills. She's got skills. No, we were talking about Montana and Erin. I mean, how did Maverick get into the conversation anyway? That's what I want to know. Like, I thought you said Montana should be in over Erin Blanchfield when Erin is on a good 2-fight win streak after beating a fighter that was just in the top 15 in Miranda Maverick. Right? But let's see, Zalman said MDLR is so bad her daughter would beat her in 2 years. Damn. Wow, I didn't say that. Robot Chicken said Gatto beats Montana in my opinion. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, I like DLR, but like, you know, personally, like behind the scenes, she seemed like a nice person. But I'm just saying, like, when we talking all business and fight, I'm like, yo, this person here, this person here is they got it. You know what I mean? AM said Melissa has the most credible win out of them both, but I guess Aaron got the spot because she has one more fight. I don't know. Well, they both have 2 wins. They both have 2-0. They're both 2-0. I think it came down to being heavily favored. Like I said in my video, Aaron's a little bit heavily favored, but stopping Sarge, a good UFC veteran, that holds a lot of weight to me. I think Miranda, though, BJ will be talking about Miranda's potential is low. Like, come on, just to big up Montana, you ain't got to put down Miranda. Like, Miranda just got into the UFC. She's 2-2, and this one, like I said, is questionable. She already touched the top 15 once. She just lost to Aaron. That's a minor setback. Or she lost to Macy first. That was a minor setback, right? And she still got a long way to go. Whereas again, like I said, Montana's had more time here, but she's already faced 2 15s in Lee and Arujo and came up short. So, if anything, Maverick's potential is higher right now. We already seen her come up short. Like I said, Montana came up short in those fights. And you say Vivian Arujo was a close fight. No, man. Vivian Arujo, 30-27. Who is I gonna bring up though? No, yeah. Casey O'Neill. Like Casey O'Neill, her plan is to start to take a little bit more time between fights now. And get better as a fighter, I see. That's what she was talking about in her recent interview. And she said probably like at 28, 27, 28, she'll be fighting for the belt, which is probably like what, another 3 years, 4 years. And I have no problem with that. But like I said, I have no problem with that as long as you continue to work at that type of pace and just don't even mention the champion. Like, don't even say Valentina's name. Like, you don't even know if Valentina's going to be a champion in 3 to 4 years. Just work on your path and just do your thing. Because when you do mention her name, people will come at you. Because now Casey had to address on her IG. She said whenever she posts something up, people keep saying Valentina's going to crush you. Valentina's going to crush you. Well, once you put your name in that type of company, people are going to start gauging you and they're going to say, oh, you want Valentina? Well, she's going to beat you behind, right? But if you never mention that name and just continue to work your own path, then they're not going to cause this big stink. They're not going to hate you. But in my way, I think you might like to hate because it's going to make people watch you, right? So I don't know. I don't know what it is you want. Do you want the people to keep hating you and sending messages, or do you just want to keep moving the way you're moving, like in a slow process? Because she wants to slow it down now, right? That's her thing. I want to slow it down. Oh, as soon as you get to number 12, you want to slow down? Well, that's what you should have been doing in the first place. That's why I kept saying about Casey's style. Now you see it in the fighter. Y'all thought I was bashing her, BJ. Y'all thought I was bashing her as a fighter, but who wants to slow down now? Who needs 4 years to work? Did I say it? No. I mean, I said it before she said it when I was telling y'all right away. She's still raw. Has a lot of natural abilities, but she's still raw. Right? She knows it. And she knows what Valentina has to offer. That's why she's pushing this thing back 4 years. Even Miranda, when she said 2. But Manon, she'll be ready pretty soon. And that's all I'm saying. Like, if you look at if you look at Casey and Manon's styles and just how they move and their technical abilities, you can tell there's a difference in advancement already, okay? Like, you can tell one fighter is a little bit more polished in their game, and that's Manon. That's why Manon ain't going to need 4 years. She's already 31. She can't do 4 more years, right? She's got to get it now. That's why I'm saying you can see the maturity in how she moves and her level. She's ready. But you got a 24-year-old here, which again, no problem. Don't mention the champion's name though. Just don't mention the name. Just do you at 24 years old. Like you shouldn't even say Valentina's name if if it's going to take 4 years, right? Yeah, Ulysses. I'm just saying, man. AM said after that Roxanne fight, she know what's up. She thought those finishes would come all easy. They don't. They don't. You know, the higher you get, the more skill is needed, and the tougher the opponents get. Right? Exactly. That's what I'm just saying. Like you keep saying that's what I'm saying, BJ. You think Casey well rounded? Okay, she does a little bit of everything, but apparently she's not yet. She's not well rounded enough for top 10 and top 5. Tiago, what's going on? Tiago said Casey basically said go F up Taylor and said she did. I mean, not in them words, but she did mention it. Hold on. I'm going to bring that up because I'm going to pull this interview up. Yeah, Tiago had said something earlier. He said, Taylor liked my comment about a championship fight. Just waiting for the news to pop. Yeah, I had commented not too long ago and she sent me a message mentioning something about the championship, like training hard for it, you know? Yeah, Ulysses. Manon says step by step. That's all it's going for her right now. Like, there's no slow process. It's only moving up. See the way Casey's talking right now, Casey could probably do like a fight up and fight down type of thing. Like, what do y'all think? Casey O'Neill might actually fight down a couple of times to get better, right? She might. Which would be good for her. This is her college right now. 4 years. Get it in. Valentine may be retired by then. Yeah. Valentine could very well be by like in the next 4 years, because Valentine will probably rack up another. Let me see, rack up another 4 or 5 title defenses in that time. Yeah. No, BJ said, well, fortunately, Manon was speaking the same language that Casey is. I want to slowly get to Valentina, so she's not in a rush. But she didn't put a stamp on it. She didn't put like Manon ain't gonna take 4 years though. Manon ain't taking 4 years though. She said a step-by-step process though. Manon ain't gonna be waiting no 4 years. I mean, again, for Casey, that's fine. She's younger. Manon didn't say that. Manon said this fight could be on her contract. The Valentina fight could be on her second UFC contract and she'll take it. She said it's just going to be step by step. We're just going to move step by step. That sounds like somebody that's ready to get there when it's time. Tiago said combo is Antonina married to Pavel. Yes. Yes. Let's see. Casey O'Neill versus Jillian Robertson. Casey O'Neill versus Jillian Robertson. Obviously, Zalman said they're all waiting for her to decline. He said step by step. I don't know how you can think Manon is waiting for her to decline. I mean, Manon is number 14 or 13 right now, right? You can't jump all the way up. I mean, there's still a line you got to get in. That doesn't sound like somebody that's waiting for her to decline. I mean, step by step means you take one step before the other, right? One foot in front of the other to go up the step ladder, right? That's how you do it, step by step. That doesn't sound like 4 years to me. Does it sound like that to you, Zalman? I mean, doesn't sound like you're waiting for somebody to decline. You're just going through the process. You're going up. You didn't say you're gonna take a little bit more time in. Manone's gonna fight. She said it's on her contract already. It could be on her contract. I mean, if a person declines in that amount of time, hey, so be it. But that doesn't sound like somebody that's waiting. They're fighting up. From here, number 9, Jessica I. Who's next? Maya, Murphy, Tate, maybe. And then Jessica, Caitlin Chikagian, right? Here we go. Let's see. TJ got a paragraph written. He made me read. Let me see. TJ said, "Let me be the first to tell y'all. If Valentina retires tomorrow, Casey O'Neill still never holds that belt 100. Just saying. Sorry for any hurt feelings." Mm. I want to know who Casey. I want to know who Melissa Gatto was fighting next. Robot Chicken said Gatto kills Casey, unfortunately. You know what? I think so. AM said he meant Casey and Aaron, etc. Okay. Well, if he meant them, okay. I'm just saying because I'm like, Manone did use the word step by step, and I mean step by step is not duck by duck. You know what I mean? Step by step means it's a process. We take one foot, take one step after another. Tiago said Cal VOT's moving back to 115. Just want to see her and Andrade out of the rankings. Me too, man. I mean, I want them to be out of the rankings now because they're going to one. I mean, Andrade's facing Lamos, right? Come on, get out of the rankings. Ooh, man, I'm gonna talk about Andrade too tomorrow, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Andrade, boy. I just shoot, she getting it. What's I said? Let's just say Jessica Andrade is getting it in. Ooh, man, I can't wait, man. Jillian Robertson versus Melissa Gatto. That's gonna be good. MMA Art said, this is interesting. If Valentina retired, Joanna will come back to flyweight and probably dominate. Who could she? Let me see. Could she come back and dominate? Yeah, I mean, if she's stronger at 125, she could. Let's say if Miesha Tate was there, I think, wow, what if they both met at flyweight? Joanna might piece up Miesha Tate, boy. Yeah, because I think Joanna might look better at flyweight than Miesha Tate would. I think Joanna would be a hell of a lot more durable and stronger. Joanna might put that jab in Miesha Tate's face. Let's say if Miesha Tate was around, like she would turn her into pizza. Joanna's combos would turn Miesha Tate into pizza. Really, it'd be like slicing cold cuts. I mean, that type of hand speed or that type of lack of defense. Yeah, I could see Joanna putting in work, even on like Lauren Murphy style wise. But some of those strong fighters, let me see. Her and Chikagian, that's a good fight though. I think Joanna though, man, like she's a little bit more committed to the pop. It's just Caitlin's just so awkward and she's like so quick to get in and get out, man. I don't know. Joanna needs to be at 125 though. Like if anything, like she's the one that's already accomplished enough at strawweight. Needs to be at flyweight. I mean, what do y'all think? Yeah, but I'd love to see that, BJ. Yeah. Chikagian versus JJ. Yeah, I'm a stand-up fan, right? So I need that fight. TJ said Andrade's picks got No, I'm just saying, like, I just want to talk about it. Like, I just want to talk about it. Robot said he's got Joanna over Chikagan. Stamina got Chikagan getting beat by JJ. Yeah, 125 is good. Robot Chicken said Jillian versus Gatto needs to be on the main card. Potential for fight of the night. I agree. Get them a finishing bonus. Put them even like on the lower part of the main card. But Gatto and Jillian need to be on the main card. Hell, Manon needs to be on the main card. I already said. MMA Art said, Joanna's a beast at flyweight. She weighed hitting Valentina in one few rounds, I believe. Valentina couldn't keep her down for long. I got to go back and watch that fight. Maybe I should do a round by round. Y'all want me to do a round by round on Joanna versus Valentina? Did I do one? I don't think I did one. That was a good fight. Joanna was tough at flyweight. Said her alien head would dominate 125. Yeah, like I could see it. Her style could do it. Suzama said he thinks it's a bad style matchup. As far as her losing, right? I think it'd be a good fight, but I mean, yeah, when you look at the technical side, like Chikagan's footwork and her natural boxing ability, it's going to throw Joanna off. But I don't know. I'm gonna see it. We just said she kicked Valentina square in the face and Val ate it. Yeah, everybody gonna get off something. If you are a champion, a true champion, you will get off something on a fellow champion. Yeah, that'd be good though, man. To see Joanna just do 125 now. I mean, she's so hung up. He said the Maya kick was worse in my opinion. I have to go back and look at that. She just said I broke down and signed up for Andrade's OnlyFans after seeing that one pic. No, I sure did not. I know the one. I mean, yeah, like I think everybody's seen it. I mean, I seen like 4 or 5 of them they put out. Everybody's seen those, but the one she put on her Twitter, when she put on her Instagram, I was like, what is she doing? And like I said, I don't want to talk about it as like bashing. I mean, it just kind of makes you think like, wow, man, like some of these champions, they still got to get that money, on OnlyFans, huh? I mean, she probably enjoys doing it though. I mean, I just think it's weird. Like, kind of think it's weird. Like, yeah, she's not, she's not into men, right? But she's pulling in that male audience with it because she knows it's a hustle. Somebody said that earlier, right? Somebody said she was a hustler. Yeah. He just said Maya put her foot through Val's face and she ate that too. Yeah, I can't remember, Ulysses. I can't remember either. I gotta go back and look at it. Tiago said Maya's kick was just a little bit. Val was moving back. Yeah, she kind of rolled with it. Okay. Andrade just get the bag she can. Her wife helps her. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at that Joanna fight, Valentina. I mean, it was a good fight. Yeah, I mean, Andrade out here, she's showing it. I mean, she's showing it, right? We all know that. So I mean, yeah, if you do look like the more money you make, or like the champions like Joanna and them, you don't really ever see them doing it. TJ said, TJ said, save them my favorites. No, no. I mean, I'll have to save them just to use them as, evidence, or my sources. Like I have to save the one picture to pull it up on a live stream to show y'all, right? Like I saved the one picture with the most clothes on, so I can show y'all what she's doing. I ain't signing up for nothing. Man, get rid of this bot, man. What the? Somebody get rid of that thing. I got it. Oh, BJ got it. Appreciate that. He got it. That sounds nasty. Hey, hey, I'm just showing the picture. Huh? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Andrade with long hair. Yeah, yeah, she looks. Yeah, she looks nice. Yeah. He's like more like material. Oh boy, y'all crazy. I gotta save it, right? I gotta save the one. y'all all saw it too. Y'all all saw it as clear as day as I did. B says in my material. Zama says some fighters might want extra money and just don't care. For example, Andrade, she clearly didn't need to do that, for she obviously doesn't give a single F. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Like, I think some of them are just exhibitionists. Some want to get out there and do that type of thing. Now that there's more freedom about that type of thing nowadays, like everybody um wants to ride that bandwagon. I mean, it's like baggy jeans or something. You know what I mean? Like everybody wearing baggy jeans, everybody gonna want to do this. That's what it all is to me. It's just a fad. Like even if it is making money, it's still some type of a fad that everybody just jumps on, right? And when everybody wants to do it, then you can say, "Oh man, I could be one of the ones to get on it too." Like you could have been wearing baggy jeans before it was popular or something, or skinny jeans, and when everybody else is doing it, you be like, okay, now I feel more comfortable. Same as taking your clothes off. Everybody want to take your clothes off now. Hey, I was doing it before it wasn't popular, and she's like, oh, now I can get into it. I can do it. So yeah, it could be one of them things that she just wants to do. And like I said, I'm not one to bash. Definitely not. Everybody chickens out here, y'all wouldn't feel right side. Oh no. Those are words that he thought I'd never hear. He say, "What words? OnlyFans?" Or I saved the picture. I have to remind y'all sometime I am a man, right? I am a guy. I am a guy. I can't tell how many times I done. What? He said, what? Dang, BJ. Mark is crazy. uh, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I'll talk about it more tomorrow, but I want to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about the March 5th card. yeah, tomorrow, y'all, we got to go in on that March 5th card because it's coming. You know who's on that card. Marina Yanjana, Marina Moreau, and Maria Agapova, Manon Fiero, and Jessica I. So yeah, tomorrow we definitely got to talk about that card. We can only speculate as to what a person does or doesn't need to do. Yep. Unless we're talking about water, right? We all need to drink water. You need to drink water if you want to live. What are you talking about? Hold on. What you say? Brian Williams said, who was on with Coach that night? He was talking about hypothetical leak sex tapes. Oh, wow. Which one was that? I know I wasn't on there. Crazy. Marina Moreau, is she on OnlyFans too? I mean, if you look at her IG is OnlyFans. I mean, you're getting a little taste. You're getting everything on her IG. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a part of the game. I mean, it's what a lot of these WMMA fighters are going to do. Like, I mean, we'll talk about it. Yeah, like Jessica I's on there. Paige just got her own website. Like, Paige isn't OnlyFans. Like, she's always talking about on her page. Like, she does her own website. Like, it's not OnlyFans, but it's paigevanzant.com. And yeah, I follow Paige too. So yeah, I would know. Tiago said Marina's going F up Jean. Damn, he said she's the wish version of Jean. Wow. And you know what? It comes in handy for a lot of women that know they are not going to reach that championship level, right? We have to give them credit for going ahead and taking advantage of what they can. Like Paige knows that she can fight to a certain extent and she can continue to use that front, but she knows where her money's coming from, right? She knows that her money's coming from her website and her ventures outside of fighting. Fighting is just to kind of hold up that appearance. And also it's therapy in some ways, I'm sure. But when it's all coming down to it, that cheese, that bankroll that's coming from them pictures that with that website. And why you think she going to the effort of bringing up the sex tape with her and her husband? Because it's like she knows one day when that money needs to really come in, they're gonna put that thing out there. No pun intended. They're gonna leak that. No pun intended again. They're gonna leak that thing out there, right? So they saving that sex tape for a rainy day. I'm just saying. We talking business side now. We talking uh women. There's still women. There's big market for flesh, right? So that's what they're gonna do. If they know they got it, they're gonna try it. Brian said March 5th. Am I the only one who has Moreau's Agapova fight as my top most anticipated? Uh, I'm looking forward to all three of them. I'm hyped about all three. I'm not really looking over one over the other, in my opinion. Like when every single one of them come on, I'm gonna be hyped. I'm kind of favoring Marina Moreau in that fight too, if she shows up. The B just said Monroe gonna pull out. Yeah, she might. She might. Tiago said if Verna does an OnlyFans, I might have to spend some money. Oh, y'all heard it first. We gonna put that tag right there because Tiago said he wanted. Well, if one wants it, there's another 100,000 out there somewhere. Right? Yeah, everybody cross your fingers about Marina Moreau. Showing up to this fight. Even Jessica I. Just let's make sure. Let's make sure Jessica I shows up, y'all. Let's keep your fingers crossed. All right. Zama said for some reason Moreau is uninteresting. She can't catch a hype. She does OnlyFans real scumbag, but still can't market herself. Dang. Y'all silly. Said Moreau pulls out in another week, citing a hangnail as the reason. if she pulls out, I'm gonna report her on Instagram for just something. I'll just just I'm a reporter for lack of fighting. Where it says other reason if you have to block somebody, I'm a reporter and just say lack of fighting. If she pulls out, because she know better, man. Like it's been a minute. In the UFC, they're giving her a lot of chances. And if she shows up, I'm actually, like I said, I'm kind of favoring her. Yeah, there's OnlyFans for just about, a lot of these women do it. Bluebird said Marina has 11. I counted like 14 at a point. But we know it's double digits. We know it's double digits, so. But let's see, y'all. What else? What else we got going here? This weekend is what? Jessica Rose Clark and Stephanie Edgar. Towards Jessica Rose Clark. Anything can happen though in this fight, I think. Stephanie Edgar, she's trying to make a name for herself. Diana Belbita and Gloria DePaula. Gloria DePaula needs a win. Diana Belbita is a pretty decent striker. She looks good at 115. She's got the length too. I don't know, man. Something tell me Belbita, Gloria DePaula might be 50-50. What do y'all think? Belbita might have a good chance in this fight. Gloria DePaula, her striking is good, but I could see Belbita giving her some problems though. It's really 50-50 in my eyes right here. This one's kind of 50-50. I mean, Gloria DePaula's on a 2-fight losing streak right now, and I think I won't say she's been exposed, but I just think there's some things that her style could be really, really disrupted here. BJ said he got Belbita too. Yeah, she did piece up. What's her name? I mean, Hannah Goldie's different quality, but still, like Belbita's striking, and she looked good at 115. Yeah, they must have did send her a straight up message said, "You fight or you're gone." BJ said, "Am I the only one who doesn't think Cyborg is hideous like everyone else tries to make her out to be? I mean, she's hard, but not ugly." Robot Chicken said Belbita might lose. Yeah, she might. Am I the only one that noticed Google now shows the cancel fights? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I saw. I just looked at it just now, actually. Zama said the ball is more of a cerebral striker, in my opinion. Belbita has more power. Yeah, I think she's a little bit more technical, but I was surprised at how Jinyu Fry shut that down, boy. I'm gonna go watch that fight. Jinyu Fry versus Gloria Paula. Gloria Paula took actually Jinyu Fry took it to the ground, didn't she? So Belbita might take it to the ground. Then Jinyu Fry, like a couple rounds where she was getting outstruck, she took her to the ground, right? I think it was. Yeah, I think she did. Hannah Goldie's another one, on OnlyFans, I mean, you don't know. Like I said, if some of these fighters don't ever get to that high level, it's like, they got to do some other thing. Yeah, TJ. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not really like rating her like high, but when I just match her up with a fighter like Gloria Paula, she has good chances. Yeah, well, with her ground game being bad, then yeah, we're definitely gonna be looking at a banger. Darius pulled out. Let me see. Rafael Dos Anjos, he's off the card. Yeah, Corey McKenna and Elise Reed was supposed to be this weekend, but that got pushed back to March. So I'm looking forward to Joaquin Buckley this weekend too, though. Gabby Garcia. What like is Gabby Garcia like? Does she have like a set weight to fight at? Like, is it just heavyweight or what? Like, does she have like a weight that she's just gonna fight at, or are we just gonna kind of just keep hearing about her name? Will she ever go to PFL? You think? That's the question. It's just heavyweight, right? Because she drained down to PFL to fight Kayla Harrison. Because she lose what 70 pounds. She just because she drained like 70 pounds, get down to lightweight. Well, there's some fighters that are just like, shock value. Tiago said Gabby Garcia needs to make 185 by cutting both legs off. Dang. Mm. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's time to roll. Um, what we gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna be back on tomorrow to talk about this March 7th card. Definitely got to talk about this thing because it's right around the corner. Mm-hmm. He's a super heavyweight. Damn. Oh yeah, Af Saragova. I know BJ love Af Saragova. Af Saragova is fighting Ashley Dean on this Zingano Sorenson card. Af Saragova's 4-0 right now, and she's ranked, but still, she's got a long way to go before she can fight, the likes of some of those top flyweights. But we'll see. I think Ashley Dean's like 5-6, so that's a good test for a 4-0 fighter. Then her and Valerie Laredo, they can battle it out. We'll see where that goes. Let me see here. What? We have Yeah, I still can't believe it, man. Yeah, after Saragova got to show us something. Just like Laredo got to show us something. You know, Valerie Laredo didn't look her best in her last fight either. So, I mean, they're both young. I mean, 4 fights, 4 fights apiece. They got a lot to work. They got a lot of work. Oh, BJ like Molly McCann. Okay, okay. All right. Okay. All right. There you go. But yeah, let's roll out. Time to roll out here, y'all. Like always, make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And we will chat it up tomorrow. UFC 272, right? UFC 272. That card. Who pulled out on this card? Hold on. No, everybody's still on there. Yeah, we'll talk about this card tomorrow for sure. And BJ said Montana need. Oh boy, no, she don't. No, she don't. I mean, not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, we have enough. No, she don't need to be on there. Yeah, should I call for smoke tomorrow? Yeah, I think I'll call for some smoke tomorrow. We'll do smoke tomorrow. See, I wasn't even talking about what Stamina say. I'm just saying, I figure because her daughter's always around, I don't want to see her making her daughter do that. You know, I'm just saying. Don't want to, am I being approved? That was stupid. He said nothing but rib cage and hip balls. Dang. It comes in handy in the MMA game, though. I mean, it works. I mean, she's big and she's strong, right? I mean, you probably won't even have to ask Jillian or request that, right? All right, yo. But I'm done. Make sure y'all do, like I said, hit the like, subscribe. He said the smoke dealer right now. Oh, we ain't smoking nothing now, man. I'm chilling. But I'm dealing out smoke tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. If I have enough time after this March card I'm going to talk about, March 5th card, we'll see. Like always, y'all, let me roll. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Subscribe. Peace.